Tonight, under pressure over the economy, President Biden announcing a move aimed at lowering high gas prices, releasing 15 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
Drawdowns from the reserve so far have played a big role in bringing down oil prices. We're going to continue to responsibly use that national asset.
It's the final batch of 180 million barrels from the nation's stockpile that the president last spring pledged to release over 6 months. Today saying the reserve is still more than half full and that he plans to refill it. But Republicans are blasting the move that comes less than 3 weeks before the midterms.
It's Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It's not the political Petroleum Reserve.
The president insisting his decision is not about helping Democrats, but all Americans.
It's not politically motivated at all.
It comes amid a crackdown on Russian oil and after President Biden's controversial visit to Saudi Arabia, where the Saudis rejected U.S. efforts for them to pump more oil, instead recently announcing a production cut. The president today touting a summer drop in gas prices, though they're climbing again, now $3.85 a gallon nationwide.
Well, we're fucked.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
So you guys just saw a clip of the video from NBC News in regards to Biden announcing that he is releasing 50 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Oil Reserve to help potentially counteract the policy by OPEC, which was to cut oil production by 2 million barrels per day. Which is something that Biden did not want to have happen, but unfortunately for him, it did happen. And now this has led to him tapping into the strategic oil reserve to help stop this problem, at least for the short term. Don't worry, I will be getting into the situation with Saudi Arabia, which there's a lot to go into with that. But let's be honest here. Biden tapping into the strategic oil reserve is not going to do a damn thing. At most, it's just going to have a temporary decrease, a slight decrease of oil prices. But that's about it. Here's the thing. OPEC is cutting oil production by 2 million barrels per day, while Biden is releasing 15 million barrels per day. If you do the math, that will have an effect of counteracting the OPEC policy for about a week. That's all. A week. But then again, this is not something that, this isn't the first time that Biden has actually tapped into the strategic oil reserve. As gas prices as well as inflation continue to rise, and that has been happening during his presidency, has been evident, especially in regards to the Russia-Ukrainian war, and of course, again, with OPEC, he's been tapping into the oil reserves at a constant rate where a lot of people, where now the oil reserve is at its 40-year low. And that's a problem. I mean, of course, Biden did say that he is going to add more barrels to help set that off. But considering his past decisions, especially within the past few months, he has released 180 million barrels of oil from the reserve, just so that way he can just counteract the situation with gas prices, maybe even a little bit with inflation, so that way the American public does not notice. Hell, he's actually tried to court with other countries. Rumors have been going around that he's been trying to court with Venezuela to help with obtaining some of the oil reserves in exchange for lifting some sanctions. And of course, I don't need to remind you guys about Saudi Arabia. He begged them to not cut oil, and yet they did. From what I understand, it was originally going to be 1 million barrels of oil per day, but then they decided to make it 2 million barrels of oil per day. But that is not all. This is definitely an impeachable offense. Whether or not the Republicans will actually carry out the impeachment against Biden, if they do manage to win in the House, which I think that will happen, is one story. But although, as a disclaimer, I honestly don't think that the charges will stick, especially considering that the Democrats will definitely still have enough seats to prevent the 66 votes needed in order to convict the president. But still, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Saudi Arabia actually released a letter in regards to the situation of their decision with cutting oil production at OPEC. And it implied that Biden wanted them to delay this decision for about a month. Gee, what was happening a month from then? Oh, that's right, the midterms. And this is something that the Republicans have a major edge on over the Democrats. He knows he can't win this, especially in regards to his recent decisions with releasing barrels of oil from the strategic oil reserve, as well, and of course, he's been courting a lot of other countries, again with Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, and I would not be surprised with a few others, in regards that maybe help balance out the oil prices. But this is definitely going to be, this is kind of a major bombshell, and I would not be surprised if Republicans hold Biden over the fire on this one. But this goes to show how weak and incompetent Biden is. Forget about the fact that he's releasing oil. Forget about that part. He's been courting other countries to get their oil and put it into the United States. Many of them are actually hostile. And yet, he still does that. Here's the thing, Biden. Wouldn't it make more sense if maybe, I don't know, we increase oil production here in the United States? Oh, that's right, you're probably coordinating the environmental lobby and probably going to try to get a lot of people to drive electric vehicles. Considering, especially, although I would not be surprised if a lot of people would not like that idea, considering how expensive they are. Sorry, Biden, but I prefer to use a gas-powered vehicle, not one of the electric vehicles. Plus, I'm pretty sure that those electric vehicles, considering that many of their parts come from China, especially the rare earth materials, they have a major environmental footprint, if I may say so. But again, this only goes to show that Biden is extremely incompetent. This is definitely playing into the Republicans' hands in the midterms. A lot of people are angry, a lot of people are pissed, and this is especially having a problem in regards to supplies, in regards to shipping, in regards to everything throughout the economy. Especially when you think about the containers as well as trucks going around delivering supplies and materials and products to local grocery stores, to other small businesses or large businesses, and how much that affects it. Right now, diesel prices are extremely high. Just here in the state of Washington, if we look at the county that I live in, King County, today the average price is $5.09, and that's just for regular. What about for premium? Oh, $5.53. Diesel, $5.78. Again, that's just for Washington. And no, Biden, it's not under $3. We have not seen a decrease to around $2 since Donald Trump's presidency. And yet he's been continually toting around that he somehow managed to get oil prices decreasing again, despite the fact that he himself was the one that actually caused the increase in the first place. And not just in regards to inflation, which definitely played a major part of that, but also with the Russia war and the oil embargo he established against Russia without increasing oil production, not establishing any permits, stopping the Keystone Pipeline from being built, and now this with OPEC. It's already biting him in the ass. This is probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest points in his presidency that Republicans are definitely going to capitalize on. Hell, they are already doing it. Voters already make this a major issue. High inflation, gas prices are, as well as, of course, the economy, are one of the major things that people are talking about and thinking about in regards to who they're going to vote for. And who are they going to vote for? The Republicans. More and more people are looking to the Republicans for help and not Joe Biden. There's something that you need to see. And considering the fact that Joe Biden is the leader of the Democratic Party, especially with him being the president, I honestly see this entire issue trickling down to many Senate and House Democrat candidates who are trying to run on a Democratic platform. There's a reason why a lot of Democrats are trying to stay as far away from Joe Biden as possible. They know that he is politically toxic to them. But in the end, this will happen. This will trickle down to them either way. I don't think that the Democrats will keep the House. I'm pretty sure that the Democrats will lose the Senate. And all in all, it'll be because Joe Biden fucked up. As Obama once said, who I in my opinion, I don't think he was a pretty good president. But if there was one thing that he was correct on, never underestimate Joe's ability to fuck things up. My name is Noah Meehan on the Dark Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share it for friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my videos, such as how I speak, or any improvements that you want me to make whatsoever, please don't post it down in the comment section down below, or directly message me. Thank you.
Almost